ahead.
Well, we got some great questions today. Pat Connie writes in, if God is such a loving father, why does he allow little children to be abused and molested? Why does he allow young teens who have a relationship with him to suddenly have depression and suicidal thoughts and turn away from him? I know we have free will, but why does he not protect the little children if he loves us so much?
Well, he does, but you know, we've got to remember that God set this world in motion, and he does not come in and force people to do stuff. He doesn't force them to be kind and gentle. He doesn't force them to obey the law. He sets laws out. He says, if you break these laws, you'll have trouble. He warns us. He sends people like me and many thousands of others to proclaim his word, to teach people what is right and wrong, but he doesn't force it. So if he did, then there'd be no free will, and where would he stop? He doesn't do that. But it breaks his heart. You know, God is grieved at the abuse that people have for one another. I mean, it tears him up. But what he's looking for right now is people to be with him in heaven and to come to Jesus and then to be born again. But the suffering of little children is just appalling. I was reading in Job the other day, and Job was talking about people who will drive off an orphan's donkey, you know, and take the donkey. That's the means of livelihood of some little kid. Or to take a woman's ox, a widow's ox in pledge and leave her destitute. People are cruel, and in these heathen countries, they're cruel. There's no compassion. And why? That's because of sin. It isn't because of God, it's because of sin.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
All right, Carrie writes in, like many people, I've gotten tattoos, mostly when I was younger and not where I'm at with the Lord today. Recently, I was even told that tattoos can come alive and torment you in the afterlife. I know this sounds kind of bizarre. Yes, it does. But then again, it makes me think, I know the Bible says to not mark your body. We all know tattoos are permanent. So does this mean that since I've gotten tattoos when I was young, that I've permanently taken myself out of the Lord's favor?
Oh, you have no idea. That tattoo's going to come. It's going to be a snake. It'll grab you in the afterlife. No! No, it doesn't work that way. But the Bible does say it's a sin to mark your body. And it is a heathen practice to mark your body. And now we've got LA Ink and all these things. We've got all kinds of tattoos. And people, you see some of these freaks, they're covered all over with tattoos. And, you know, you look at the quarterback for the the San Francisco 49ers, he's loaded with tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, I go to Starbucks and there's a girl that gives my coffee and she's just got it all over her arm. And
Did you ever have one?
If
you say yes, I've embarrassed you.
I have not had a tattoo.
I haven't either.
I was just trying to make you guess for a second.
Well, I think it's terrible. Okay, well, the answer is don't do it, but no, they won't come back to haunt you in the next life. Okay, what's next?
Oh, dear. Kathy writes in, I work at a restaurant. Our GM hired a schizophrenic as one of our assistant managers. He acts spaced out a lot. I think our GM is his girlfriend, and will text her all hours of the night. He messes up food orders all the time. If someone complains, we get yelled at. And today he said he was channeling with his third eye and was Tina Fey. Our GM thinks this is hilarious. It makes work so stressful. What do I do? You
quit. I think you got to get another job. That guy is, if you want to quit and then make a complaint to the Equal Employment Opportunity people, this is outrageous. But this is a woman GM, general manager, who's having an affair with some fry cook and is tormenting the staff and having all these strange manifestations. I think it's a hostile work environment and all the rest of it, but the best thing to do is just walk away. You can get another job. You're talking about you know, the lowest level, you know, fry cooks and burger flippers and that sort of thing. I mean, it's a job, but you can get other jobs. There are plenty of jobs open at McDonald's and places that don't have freaky general managers. Okay.
That's true. Pam writes in, I have a 401k, and with all that, I'm hearing lately about the economy possibly falling apart in the next year. Would it be wise to pull it? I feel like I need to go and put it in gold. What would you suggest?
gold has not performed well recently, and I thought gold would hit $1,800, and it did, an ounce. And then it's come back to about $1,250, and it's dropped down below that. And so I don't think right now gold is necessarily the way to go. I believe the big thing that I have advocated, if you want to put your money in something, find some of those master limited partnerships that pay a nice dividend. They're solid. They provide oil and gas. They flow through electricity or something, and they have a steady stream of dividends. So your money's working. Gold pays no dividends. It's essentially a dead investment unless some crisis happens, and even then you're not sure. I talked about gold when gold was selling at $400 an ounce. I said it was going to go to $1,800. It did. People who listened to me then made a lot of money. But right now, I would just say I'm ambivalent on gold, but I am strong on getting these strong companies in master limited partnerships that pay a generous dividend every single month or every quarter. That's the way to go. Wendy.
Is October traditionally a slow month in the stock market?
It has been in the past. There have been some crashes in the October, but it's coming back now. As a matter of fact, we had some bad times, and it's all of a sudden it's starting to boom back up. This is an election year, and so much money is being spent, and the powers that be, as long as the Fed is cranking the money spigots open, the stock market's going to do pretty well. When they close the spigots, then the stock market's going to go down, and it's been up and down and up and down. So
yeah.
we're living in a very difficult investment environment right now, and so you just, I think it's a little late to do it, but I recommend to some people to go to cash for the time being. But in any event.
Well, some interesting questions and
right.
very good answers. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am.